What's up? What's up, gang? It is 2025, a new fresh start, year of fruitfulness, focus, fruitfulness. All right, so faithfulness, fruitfulness, and focus, year 2025. So here's week 18 portfolio review. In this portfolio, we're going to have our week 18 review. We're going to show you some details that I haven't shown you before in our Robinhood account. We're going to show and review our snowball analysis website. And then we're going to list the other high yield ETF sites other than YieldMax. And we're going to do I'm going to show you the total amount of debt and a on the fly spreadsheet that I created just to show you where I'm at with that. And last but not least, if I'm not forgetting anything, we're going to have our Q&A last. All right, so we're going to get to it. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our financial quote of the day. Last week came from Proverbs, I think 13 and 22, telling you to save up. A wise man, a good man, saves up money for his children. All right, so now let's see where our financial advice is coming from today. Look at there. Warren Buffett. Super investor Warren Buffett has shared plenty of financial wisdom over his almost 70-year career. On the subject of retirement, he famously said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And I love that quote. One, it lets you know that if you're an average Joe or below average Joe, male or female, Jane, and you're making probably below 50K, 50K under 20K, that literally the way the financial market is set up and how inflation has risen over the last 20 years. Yeah, you'll work until you die if you don't find a way to have your money working while you sleep. All right, so that's the financial quote today. Let's get to this portfolio. All right, as you can see live right now, we are up $36 for the day. We're up $1,100 for the week. We're up $2,500 for the month. We're down almost 13,000. For the 3 months, we're up over 28,000. Year to date, which is not been long. It's only been 5 days, and the market has been closed portion of that. So year to date, now that we're in 2025, we're up $8,200. That's how we recovered for the year. Is this? Yeah, I say in January. January. Oh, that's going. No, see, that's going a year back. Year to date. Let's check that one more time. Yeah, January the 1st. So that's right. 43,000. That's what we were. January the 1st, you all. I got. Yes, we'll discuss that. All right, so a year back, saying we're up 29,000. All time, we're up over 21.5K thousand. All right, so let's get back to this week right here. Um, this December 30, as you can see right there. And we came down, have a little upward movement. Thought we was doing pretty good, and then boom, this happened. I got margin call somewhere right around here. Yeah. And so what I had to do is I deposited $100, sold I think 50 shares of SMCY, which probably averaged in a been a deposit of about $1,600, and I was able to wait until 9:30, and the market made some recovery, so I didn't have to put any more money. And then the next day or the next time the market was open, we was borderline. And then once J first hit, boom, we was off to the market. So you can see here, we start going up and boom. And this is where we are currently right now at at this time right here. All right. Now, I said I had some more Robinhood details. I'm going to share these details with you because I couldn't share them before because it would reveal my personal information in this Robinhood account. So I think I was able to make a way to be able to show and to show you some other things that I do or Robinhood does for us. All right, so let's do this right quick. All right. So you can't see it right here, but it says total market value. Now, someone in the Q&A section mentioned this. He mentioned, I want to say Albert, just off the top of my head, I think. He mentioned that I had 40 something invested or value, but my total investment with the margin was 100,000. And so I do recall seeing that number when I was on my mobile phone a couple of weeks ago. I had never seen that amount, but you can see here he's right. So I have a total value of over 100,000. That includes what I put in and what I borrowed from margin. So you can see my total margin used right now is 48,000. My equity stands also at 48,000 and my crypto is at 3,800. And these are the percentages of that account. All right, so you can see here, you can't see the equity there, but it's 48,000. This number right here. All right. So I have margin enabled. You can see here that's the amount that's used. This is the margin maintenance. This will fluctuate, but this amount has to be maintained, or you will get margin call. Um, yeah, I think that's how it works. I ain't did even trade day trading with any of this, but this is what I've used, and I have to maintain this in my account. 44, almost 45,000. Do I will get margin call? Over here, we can see that I have 40, almost $4,500 if I wanted to withdraw from my Robinhood account. You see my available margin is 52,000. My margin used is 48. Outstanding interest is $29.99 now. So I'm able to withdraw $4,400. And I believe this is the difference from these two plus this. All right. I have dividend and reinvestment enable. It says, I think I may have one position like that. This is where you get flagged for day trading. If you buy a stock, for instance, if you sell a stock, I think at a loss, buy it back at in a greater price, trading that same position in one day, I think that will cause you to be considered or flagged as day trading. I think that's all I want to cover on that. All right. Oh, instant deposits. Um, so instant deposits like is you get 1% based on any deposit that you drop into Robinhood. They pay it out over 12 or 24 months. That 26,800 is been paid out over 2 years. So I think I was averaging about $12 a month that it was giving back. Anyway, it's like $268 they paid over 12 or 24 months, something like that. All right. All right. Here's another place where we can see your total margin, margin used, margin maintenance. You can see here, this is when I get billed on my interest, which is 5.75%. You can see the unpaid interest thus far is $29.99. And of course, this 5.7 5.75% is based on this amount here. Now, if you're paying this down on a weekly or daily basis, then you know it fluctuates. All right. So Robinhood Go, I did apply for Robinhood Go January of last year. This time last year, you can see in gold this 4%. I've earned $19.39. I believe it's saying here, but my lifetime earnings, I don't know if that's right or not. Oh, the lifetime earnings, I guess, includes the 1% um, deposit boost that I got. So I'm getting a certain amount of that each month added back into my account, plus the interest that I'm accruing if I have any cash in my account. All right, that's Robinhood Go. All right. Robinhood also has a 3% IRA contribution if you choose to apply for that. I'll be looking into that at some time. I don't want to apply for it and can't make withdrawals from my account, then I'll be messed up. So if it sort of does your retirement in a separate like holding, and I can still do what I'm doing now currently with my account, then yes, I'll quickly sign up for that. 1% margin interest free. So yes, on Robinhood, the first $1,000 you borrow is interest free. So you can actually borrow margin and never pay a dime or a penny for the $1,000 that you borrow, which is free. Anything over that, then you get charged at 5.75%. And then having gold, you get instant deposit, which are big. It says deposit 5K or up to 3 times your portfolio value, for instance. So if you want to deposit, say, 20 or $30,000 in at one time, boom. Within probably a minute, Robinhood will allow you to have access to that money without that money actually having cleared, based on the amount that you have in your account. And here's some professional research and real-time data things that they offer. I haven't tapped into any of that because I've been so busy with these dividends. All right, here it's showing what I've earned so far, $177.83. Here it shows the boost payments that I get, $6.80. You can see each month what it's going to pay out. Now, if I withdraw from this account, that amount decreases. All right, so here you can see the monthly payments I would get for that 1% boost of the $26,000 I deposited back in around September or August. All right, so this right here is the interest I believe that I've accrued in my margin account. I believe it's about 700 and something. Didn't write that down, but 700 and something dollars, I believe. All right. All right, so that's the end of that. Boom. All right, next, we're going to our snowball account. Let's hit, portfolio review. All right, so here we have Coney. Coney, we have a market value of 59,000. We're down 3,000. We haven't added any additional shares. For those that may be seeing the video for the first time, right here, Coney, we had at the time 3,500 shares. Coney paid out $1.34. Oh, and also this week, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, the 9th this week on my calendar. Oh, so yeah, the market will be closed tonight. But I think we're still gonna get the dividend announcement on the 8th. If not the 8th, then the 7th. But anyway, we'll be getting paid out. I believe this week on Coney. Let's check right quick. Where is this? All right, so this is Group C, right? Let's see, right here, yes. All right, so declaration is going to be the 7th, which is going to be Tuesday. EX day is the 8th, which is Wednesday, and we're going to get paid on the 10th, which is Friday. All right, cool. All right, moving right along, Misty, 24,000. We're up 3,500. We made a recovery because we was down maybe about it had come down to 26, my average cost, but I was right at margin cost. So I couldn't buy any. I wish I could have bought 200 shares of Misty. All right, so let's see. Last dividend payout for Misty. Let's see, when was that? 800 shares, $3.08 for 2,400. For those that hadn't seen this video before, seeing what I'm doing. All right, Ulti is $27 as a market. See the current market price. We haven't added in additional shares. We hope to down the road. Tesla, we still have 260 shares, $3,700. We're up $8,100. All right, SMCY, we was able to hold on to this position and didn't sell anything off. We did on the SMCI. So $4,800. We're down $624, 180 shares. YBIT, we have 100 shares. Market value just over 1,200. We're down 500. Here's SMCI. We had 75 shares, I believe, so we sold off 50. We're up $50 right now, $847. IWMY, nothing has changed with this one. Still 24 shares, $700. AIY, nothing has changed here. Still 10 shares. YBIT, YBTC. This is a new position that we just added last week. This is from Round Hill uh, ETFs. This is YBIT. It's Bitcoin basically. So we got in at 5107. It is currently $54. Oh my goodness, it's up $2.68 right now. The reason why I got in this one is when you go back and you look at the month chart, it started out at about $50, gotten up to 58. You can see it has some down, made some recoveries, down, has some recoveries, and it got as low as $37 on September the 6th. And that's when I got into Coney and Misty for the first time. And I wasn't looking at this one, but that might have been a great opportunity because look at where we are now, baby, $54. All right, so I have 10 shares. We're up $29. Oh, this Round Hill made this a weekly paying ETF. This is a weekly paying ETF going forward. So I don't know if it's going to start this week, but it should. All right, cool. AMC, quit hating on AMC, you all. I'm going to get my money back someday. I'm going to get this average cost down someday if it don't run to the moon. All right. Same thing with GMC. I don't have any in this account, but I do have some in my other account. I only have a couple hundred shares, but still, it's money. All right. So Group C is what we'll begin paid out this week. Coney, Fiat, Microsoft, AMD, Netflix, ABNY. Ooh, this one right here is been kicking some butts in this dividends. And the price of the share has gone up to about 70 something dollars. Let's see if we can check it. PPY. PYP. What am I talking about? My goodness. That ain't the right one. Right? Did I do that right? What was I at? Oh, I was here. PPY? PYPY. I think I was thinking about Palantir. Okay, that's what I was thinking about. Palantir. I'm sorry, people. All right, now on to Snowball. All right. So if I added some other accounts here, but we're focused just on my Robinhood account, right? All right. So as Albert, I believe, said, I have $106,000 invested, but the value in the account is at 50,000. We made a recovery, so we gained, I think, about $4,300. It says here, but our Robinhood account was saying that we made a week recovery. Well, it's up now, so that's the reason why it's saying that for the week. No, I'm not saying it's 26. So I'm not sure what we got here, but anyway, you can see capital gain down 6,700. Profit and realized is a negative 76,000. Dividends. That's the dividends I total received for 2024. And my Robinhood account is $28,000. All right. Fees $763. Now I know what that fees is. That is the fee that Robinhood charged me for the margin that I borrow. So for I believe September, August, or August up to now, I've accrued $763 in interest, but I've made $28,000 in dividends. So that interest that I'm paying on this margin, that's a drop in the bucket compared to the dividends I'm receiving. I would gladly pay $760 in 4 months. So that would be what? Maybe $2,800 by the end of the year, depending on how much I borrow at any given time. All right. All right. Let's see here. Is anything here worth watching? All right. So if you look here, if you look there in the purple, what says IWY, we have received so far in 2025 $7.29 for IWY, which is a weekly paying ETF for Defiance ETFs. All right. So this amount is probably going to change. I don't expect that I'm going to get 14,000 this month in my Robinhood account. I don't blame. I don't think Colin's going to pay that much out this week. It probably may be on $1 for the first time. If they pay over $1, I'm going to be surprised. All right. Let's see here. All right. So this is showing the total number of shares I have right here. You can see Dogecoin, I have 10,000. Oh, for those that you don't know, Robinhood gave free Dogecoin. It was 2.5 million Dogecoins to all the users that had signed on at that appointed time. I believe it was 7:30. And then they had the next day, they had another giveaway for those that were gold members. They gave you a fraction of Bitcoin. I believe someone told me they got $8 worth of Bitcoin. Not big, yeah, Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin. And then they got about $8 worth of Dogecoin. And I did because I had 10,015, and you can see I got 10,033. All right, so these are just showing the number of shares I have right here. Like I said, we got the new position round here. Asset class. That's good. All right. See what else we got here. All right. Total dividends should be at the bottom here. Yep. 27 dividends received. And I did know was some credit for something that pushed us over this amount to 28,000. All right. Nothing to see here really because we haven't gotten any real dividends other than IWMY. All right. So here, this shows buy. I don't know why I got why it's showing 202,000 as buy and 22,000 as sales. Maybe it's just tracking all transactions regardless of how many times I buy and sell a position. It shows maybe accumulating that value. So here's the $763 I accrued in fees. And I like this right here because I found out that I can do this. All right, let's see here. Fees. All right. $763 showing the fees. All right, so monthly margin used was $221 for Robinhood Gold. You can see there it is right there. This is the Gold member Robinhood Gold monthly fee that I have. That's $5. You can see this month Robinhood charged me $187 plus the gold. I don't know if that's tally or what, separate transactions, I believe. So you can see here my first cost for Robinhood Gold started in February of last year, and you can see I didn't have any margin until September, and that's before I actually deposited the $26,000. I had $5,000 in there, and I turned it on. Excuse me, excuse me, you all. So September, I made my I wrote that down. My first transaction of these, I bought Coney. I bought some, and it was August the 1st, and then Misty. I bought some Misty on August the 7th. So that's when I started actually getting into these high yield ETFs. And you can see the transaction fees. Let's see what else we got here. Filter. Let's see here. We got buys. Other expenses, converts. Let's see if there's something there. Nope. Taxes. Nope. Other expenses. Nope. Sales. Sales pop up. Can you deselect that? Okay, you can. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go back to taxes. Nothing in taxes. Convert. Nothing. Let's take that back off. Other expenses. None. Take that off. Fees. We did that. So here's my sales. Let's take a look. So this is the SMCI that I told you all I was selling. So that's 25, 35, 45 plus 550. So that's correct. I sold 50 shares of that. You can see I sold them at a loss. So not only did I sell at a loss, but I had to cover my margin too. So, but hey, it was like I said, it was about $1,500. I kept my Coney and Misty, so that's all that matters to me. All right. So going back, we can go all the way. That's 2023. So you can see here. Um, I sold, what is this? Fun YieldMax. I sold that. Sold it at a profit. I sold some Coney, which was one share. I can't remember why I sold it at profit. And then you can see I sold Castle Maritime, IGC. Sold these at loss back in around August. I guess I was getting rid of some of those. Toro, Nike, I sold that at a profit. Walmart sold that at a loss. I sold that at a loss. I must have needed the money. All right. September sold that at a loss. Nvidia sold that at a loss. Ugh. All right. Round Hill, I sold that in October for a little profit. Sold 4 shares of Coney at a profit. Profit. YieldMax sold 101 shares at a profit. These are probably me just jumping in and out of different plays. So you can see that's that one time I had to sell Misty back November 26th. I remember that 200 shares because I had bought 1,000, got greedy. All right, see what else we got. All right, so annual income is saying 2025. All right, so there it is again, 28,000. That's what I made for 2024. All right. Now, as one of the people in the Q&A section said, I should be getting more if I'm reinvesting because this is not showing once I get the dividends and they're not telling if I take that and reinvest those dividends. So this is just cash. And I think it could be less because if these dividends are not paying out as high as they did last year, this could be considerable a lot less. All right, this is a calendar showing the payday. These will get paid out on. Showing some Misty over here. I'm not sure why it's over there. That's saying Friday. Most of these should be getting paid out on a Friday. But due to holidays, it may have thrown some things off. All right. All right. So this is the margin showing that. This is showing. So one individual in the Q&A session asked me how much money did I invest and when did I start? So this is showing the cash right here, my portfolio. Cash in, right? Showing cash in, $30,117. So that is from, as you can see, January the 1st. Show I deposit 1,000, 1,400. Then we go all the way here. Here's that where I made this huge contribution. This money came from my 401k. I took it out of my 401k and I said, hey, I can do better than what my 401k is doing. So I pulled a portion out and wanted to see if I could do it, and I believe that I am because I technically pulled this out and made 28,000 in dividends. So I technically have made that back in a period of what, 4 months? August, September, October, November, December. So yes, 4 months, maybe 3 months, because really wasn't September until I actually got my first check of dividends. And then you can see on the 20th, I deposit $400, and but this is where I actually deposit the money to cover my margin call. These transactions, I'm not sure what they were for. I guess just to buy something. All right, let's check out what else we got here. Since we know how this works, let's go to cash out, right? So cash out is saying 64.14. Now, if you all recall, I did tell you that I was withdrawing about $1,700 a month. All right. So in September, it shows that I withdraw $356. Here it's showing that in October I withdrew over 1,700. Here it shows that I withdrew over 1,700. Here's another withdrawal. Um, and then here's another, and then this was probably the most recent. But these are the definitely 3 to 1,700. Those were intentional and purpose to help cover my monthly income, my monthly bills. Uh, so yeah, so I don't know. I'm sure snowball that 28. If you subtract, then I only left with what 22 because I withdrew 64. But this is nice. I like this. So I actually, because it's hard to track it with Robinhood because they don't have a way to show you. It does, but you have to go through and the history and add all that up. So this is neat that this snowball.com, I mean snowballanalysis.com has this set up where you can do that. So let's see what else. What else? All right. Convert it. Nothing. Other income. So, all right, other income. Let's look at this. So this is going to probably be where I had cash sit in the account and was earning interest from Rob. Yeah, see, interest earned. Okay, that's neat. Made $19 in interest. What else we got? Other expenses? Nope. Convert? Nope. So that's neat. I like that. I like that. I like that. Anything else with this? All right, so this shows all the position that I hold. If they did reverse splits and things of that nature, Super Micro did a 10-for-1 split. Million Automotive did a point 0 for 1. Genius, Defiance with IWNY, Nvidia, Castle Maritime, Walmart. So this is pretty neat. AMC going all the way back to 2021. Man, so Nvidia's did a split in 2021 and 2024. So in 3 years, they've done two splits with Nvidia. Okay. All right. So now, let me show you these quick websites. So this is um this is Rec Shares. This is Defiance ETFs. This is Neos. This is Curve. I've heard some good things from Curve from article. I haven't dove back into these because I did do a probably the first couple weeks or a month when I first started posting. I did some videos on various some of these other sites, giving you a Dawes collar average of what they've done so far since their inception. This is Round Hill ETFs. Of course, you know the Godfather, YieldMax. We got Grand Night. This is, I think, Yield Boost. This is something new. I haven't really dove in them looking at that. All right, so now let me show you my debt. Brace yourself, people. Brace yourself, brace yourself, brace yourselves. All right, so my debt at December the 31st or January the 1st was 2,000 I mean, not 2000, $260,000 in debt. $260,000 in debt. These are, majority of these are credit cards and loans. I had to disguise this for personal reasons, for personal information, but these are the outstanding balances on those cards or loans or HELOCs, personal line of credits, and these are the interest rates. Yes, I paid 20, let's see, I paid last year almost $27,000 in interest fees. 27 Yeah, is that right? No, 27,000, almost $27,000 in interest. $27,000 in interest. That is crazy. And let's see. Yeah, that's right. Almost $27,000 in interest. All right, so the plan is to get my margin paid down, maybe halfway or almost completely. Take, say for instance, the lowest balance, transfer this over into Robinhood, or take that money out of Robinhood and come over here and pay this off, right? So I'll be charged at Robinhood at, oh, let me do this right here. I didn't do this right here. Robinhood margin interest 5.75. All right, let's do that. Let's just write it in. How about that? All right, I didn't want to do that. Undo. That's what I wanted to do. All right. So yes, so yes, transferring these and putting it on this 5.75% is going to save me a lot in interest. I may go back and put the total interest I did for last year so you can see how I'll eventually start to save on interest. So currently, right now, I'm at $257,000. Excuse me again, because I've made two payments on two of my bills. This is my interest thus far on Robinhood. So this is actually last year. So I actually need to start over with that. Let's make that 0. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! We're coming down, but I think it was actually $23.99. I think that's what I saw. All right, so boom, we done saved some money already. All right, so this is my active income. I've gotten paid. This is a bi-weekly pay. And I've got some passive income with IWY. So I'm going to put, when I get paid, my monthly dividends, I'm going to put that right here. And this is going to be my active income. And my active income, of course, I'm paying tithes. Of course, the offering is coming out of that too, but we're just going to do the tithes. And this is going to be my passive income. So we'll see how my active income tallies versus my passive income. We'll see how this begin to dwindle down, and we'll document that and put that here each month. What we are, this balance is at the end of the month. Who knows? It may go to 300,000. Nah, we ain't trying to do that. We're trying to get this paid off so we can really take all our cash funds and put it into our investment strategy. All right, so the last thing that I think I need to show is our Q&A section. So let's do that right quick, and we'll be done. I think we're moving along pretty well. We're at the 38-minute mark. Okay, maybe not too good. All right, so Fearless Caper 1 says those numbers don't calculate dividends. You are most likely higher than you think you are. And I was like, really? Wow. I said, if so, then I'll take that as icing on the cake. So basically, what he's saying is that 23 that was shown here, uh, what was that at? Mm, right here, this 23,000 for annual income and this monthly, that it doesn't reflect if I take say 5,000 and reinvest it in Coney or Misty that month. It's not showing that compounder because one, it doesn't know how much I'm going to reinvest, so it can't anticipate that. It can only show what they're thinking I'm going to get paid out each month. So he's saying that this annual income could potentially and should be greater. And I was like, that is icing on the cake. All right, let's see here. Alan New Bauer says, thank you for sharing the other websites. Good stuff to explore and research. So yeah, these are the sites that I'm showing that have other high yield ETFs. Check them out. YieldMax may not be for you. The NAV erosion may be too much for you. I'm hearing good things about Curve ETFs. So check those out. Check those out. I think the article is saying that not only are you able to, you're getting little bit less paid out monthly, but you're able to maintain the NAV and capture some upside plus dividends. So if that's for you, and you want to hit that route, by all means, do your research and get into it. Just make the money, however you got to do it. Sharing Success 3663 says also Snowball. So I guess he made this comment first. But anyway, let's just read this. It says also Snowball program seems great, but it looks possibly like it does not factor in the doubling of the future dividend payments. Yeah, so I think those two guys are hitting on something there. Since Robinhood is the only brokerage that offers this, it says, in other words, your forecasted dividend payments for 2025 are too low because each of them will get doubled immediately and then reinvested to purchase more shares and so on. You've accomplished the most difficult part, reaching $100,000. Get ready for some massive compounding. Bravo, my friend. Bravo. I mean, you and uh Fearless, y'all got me feeling some kind of way over here, saying I'm gonna get some nice money coming down the pipeline. I like this. Let's see here. And I said, okay, I understand that's mind blowing that it could be making more than what's projected for 25. I do know that I have to repay my margin currently, which is at 48,000, and pay off debt, which could slow my progress down some, but I'll probably borrow more margin. I'm sure. You know, I'm sure I will. As suggested, as a suggestion, show at the beginning of each video from now on the entire total of your investment. Um, and I think I did that in the PowerPoint. So hopefully I'll try to remember that going forward. Since I can't show it I can show it better on my phone without revealing my personal information. But I don't want to do a whole video on my phone of this length. He said the 49,000 is only your personal fund invested, but when margin funds are included, you are just about 100,000. He was pretty much on target with that amount. He said this is amazing. You are going to reach 1 million so fast with the doubling and compound. Woo! He got me hyped, y'all. He got me hyped. $100,000, and he's saying once I get that margin paid, man, and this thing start compound. So that means I got to get this debt. I got to get this debt paid off, and this thing can really go to work. What Warren Buffett? Do I still got it? If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Ah, mm. I said you're absolutely right on this. I just discovered this about 2 weeks ago while using my phone. I was like 100,000 total investing. I was like, oh my God, way more than I thought. I was just seeing the 49 and not the margin part until yes, on the phone. I put that in a short video when I discovered it. I thought it was pretty neat. All right. The official said 8.54 buffer, but if the market goes down and the maintenance change from 25 to 35, for example, your buffer would be lower even more, correct? Yes, getting you closer, if not into margin. Yes, she is absolutely correct. Let me show this right here. So this, I didn't show you all this. So this is what happened, and this is what she's talking about. Well, she's talking about like this on Coney. Let's see here. So this right here, that they can change this maintenance requirement at any time. So if they were to look at there, I'm down 3,000. So if they were to change this at 60%, that would hurt me. Probably put me in margin if they were to change it. So you always have to be aware. So this buffer, when this buffer got down to $2,000.35, Just went to a olive neon color, almost like that. And if it got any lower, it would start to flash orange, and then the next thing would be red. So basically, I even though I had about $8,000 in buying power, my buffer had come down to $2,000, right at $2,000. So you have to maintain the minimum of $2,000 in order for this to be considered a margin account. So that's why I had to sell 50 shares of SMCI and deposit 100 shares of, not 100 shares, $100 of cash. Yes, you're right, official. All right, Omega. He says historically Christmas was appropriate. Yes, yeah, I agree with you on that. He says the dividends are impressive. Hopefully 2020 is awesome for everyone. Yes. I hope you're making some sort of investment too, Omega, and making some money. And I said, I'm looking forward to 2025 to take and make as much as possible with all the debt I have. Samuel said, love your content, man. This is awesome. I let him know. I thank him. And I was indicating the number debt, which I revealed, which is $260,000 to a millionaire status. He said, hey, brother, how much is Misty distribution this month for January? Now, this is Group D. They were going to let us know on the 15th. Did it? Oh, Misty. Misty is Group D. So it'll be the following week. And it will be on the 15th when they make that announcement, and we'll get paid on the 17th. Here he said, I updated and decided against Sowy or Snowy as the underlying company is not making net profit. Went in on AMZ and Appley instead, thinking about Tesla, but I might be thinning out too much. Yep, I'm with you, brother, on that. Don't want to thin out too much. I did that in one of my previous accounts and learned a hard lesson, especially with Tesla. But I think it's a little bit probably look bit maybe better, stable than it was before. I let them know that I did pick up 10 shares of Roundhill YBTC, and I let them know what the yield was and what they have paid out this past year. My good old friend, Mr. Article, Money Trader says when I was a new YouTuber, I would I would be concerned about the length of my videos also, but the truth is make them as long as you want because people who listen to you listen because they like you. So long videos are fine. I was like, yo man, I appreciate the clarity that total makes totally a lot of sense. Thanks, man. I appreciate that article. See what article. So here's the articles.
Have you heard of turtle traders?
Page you
They
all
were a group of 14
check
novice traders who were
his videos. I think he was probably crypto driven primarily. But yeah, he's got some content out here. Check him out. He's got 45,000 subscribers. He's done 101 videos. Check him out.
Start a business that'll replace your salary entirely in one day. In this video, we're going to find out.
Forget about this.
All right. I think that's all there. Do we have something here? Was that last week? Yep, 7 days ago. That was last week. Let's go to the shorts right quick, and we're about ready to wrap this up. All right. Gary says, if you don't mind answering, how much money did you start out with, and how long have you been doing this? So I replied back, I bought Coney in August the 1st, and I bought Misty on August the 2nd. And I had about 30,000 when I started out. If you go back and look at my very first video that I did, I had 30,000 when I started out. And then we saw on Snowball announced that I had $30,111, I believe. So that's what I deposit, and that's what I was working with. So I deposit basically 30,000, or I had 30,000. I already had 5,000 in there, and I put 26, so that was 30. And then you see that I've made $28,000 in 4 months. So basically, I pretty much have gotten my money back. That money that I put in my initial investment. I definitely have got the 26 back because I made 28. So in 4 months, I've gotten my money back. Now, disclaimer: please do your own due diligence. Due diligence when it comes to these investments. I am sharing you what I do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a market manager that can tell you the best option, because I get in at a certain position and you may not get the same results that I got based on the number of shares and the price that I got in and the quantity that I got. This gentleman says Arconi and Albert said Coney is good with future headwind for crypto, but do some due diligence before making a decision on this. Is basically what he was saying. I agree with him. Buckman, Buck email, Buck I Al32 said, is Ulta a good investment to buy? Is Ulta a good buy right now? And someone feed the family said yes. And I let them know that Ulta, I like the price that Ulta is at right now, and they changed some things in the prospects. I believe I'm saying that right. In the writing with the SEC, the prospects, not shit, prospects, to make Ulta and some of the earlier funds better. And I think, and I'm hoping that Ulta will double. If it makes its way back to $20 and I can build my position up before it gets to 20, then I'll be able to what they call have 100% investment, house money, and boom, just be instant profit. I think that's it. This intermittent 5 day piggy man says nice. Thank you. All right, so that's going to conclude this video. It did end up being another 52 minute. This is tied with my other video of 52 minutes. I didn't plan this, but I did add some more information, and it took a little bit more time. So you all have a great week. Keep investing. Let's look forward to Group C with Coney and Ulti paying out this week. It's probably going to be low, so don't be shocked if that amount is low. All right, I'm out. Have a good one.